right, well, after that windfall of leaves, I thought, time to bring out some goat milk. This is so beautiful. This is something that I'm very proud of. Why am I proud of goat milk, right? Because this milk is from two of my older females. And both of them, under normal circumstances, would be, well, as the expression goes, put out to pasture. That doesn't mean killed. I don't kill my animals. I let them grow old peacefully. But one of my young males, trickster that he is, got into a pen, or got out of a pen, and found his way into the matriarch's area and bred with both of them. I didn't know actually he had bred with them. I just caught him in there. This was several months back, and I took him out and thought, oh well, they're too old anyway, so there's nothing to worry about. They had not had either of them had had a kid for at least 2 years. So I really wasn't concerned about it until it was time to be concerned about it. When I noticed both of them were pregnant and about to give birth. I'm slow, aren't I? I'm so proud of both of them because they both gave birth. They both did well. They both had single children. Both of them generally had twins in the past, but this isn't unusual for goats as they get older to perhaps change their the pattern in which, or the amount of babies that they may have. Some have more, but most have less. And so I'm very proud of both of them. One of the things that is advantageous to this is that they are both big milk producers. Make a lot more milk than their single children need. So I get the excess. And I couldn't be happier. It is a high quality milk. They have new children. Yes, I've got videos I have to do. I do have to get caught up on my nature videos of the animals. But anyway, I was just so very happy to be able to welcome new children into the family and have excess milk. Because I was starting to run a little low. I had done a big custom order, which I had not filmed. Sorry, I was in between work schedule and everything else. I did not. But anyway, I did a large 200 bar order, which took me a while and took a lot of goat milk, and it depleted my larder, as it were. So this was very welcome. And that's what I'm doing now, is working at rebuilding my supply and getting to share that with you all. And if you haven't used, I don't drink this kind of coffee, but I love, this is a little Folgers coffee container plastic, perfect for keeping your lye in so it doesn't absorb water. You can measure out and then keep it in here until you're ready, like for something like this. Of course, you can use jars, you can use a plastic bag, you can use whatever works for you. All right. So we're almost there, and once this is melted, then we will get our oils and get to putting this beautiful soap together. One of my favorites, I've made this soap twice before. That's why I had so many of these leaves left over. These are actually leaves that I made with my own melt and pour last year, and I made so many of them that I getting to use them this year. And so that's really cool. I hate anything to go to waste, so it's always fun to be able to reuse. And my Leafing It soap has always been popular. Back in the day when I could go to market and sell, that was a real popular one in the fall. And there is no market going on here right now. It's a very tough time for people. Luckily, my online sales took off, so kind of made up for that. And again, I don't sell soap to make money. I'm not going to say that money isn't part of it. Of course it is. But the reason I like to make money from my soap sales is because it allows me to buy more stuff to make soap with. What could be better than that? Since I love making soap so much. All right. Fantastic. You know, I had a discussion with a lady that I really respect at work. She and I are on very different ends of the spectrum when it comes to so many things. Religion and politics and all that. But we respect one another and we can talk about any subject. We talk about some deep subjects, which I can't mention here. YouTube doesn't like us to talk about those sort of things. But my point is, we are so very different. We are opposite on many big issues of the day. But we can smile and laugh and talk about that stuff, and it has no impact on our friendship. And she and I were talking about how the world has changed, how it used to be that way. My father, and I've mentioned this in other videos, my mother and father had friends of different political persuasions that we vacationed together. We ate at their house, they ate at our house. We didn't think, they were bad people because they voted differently. You know, that just wasn't the way. It was like, my dad would make jokes sometimes about his friends' political beliefs, but they could have laughs and enjoy that time together and have fun. But the world has changed so much since then, and that's harder and harder to do, to have a laugh, isn't it? Especially with people you may disagree with. There we go. Not sure why the camera is acting up. There we go. My oils and butters here. And I dropped a flower in there because I was working on a different soap and I have my dried flowers nearby. And I accidentally dropped one of the flower petals right there. And I got it. There we go. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? Why am I talking about this? I was just hearing on television about these people that are disagreeing with each other, whether it be during protests or whatever, how one side is getting violent against the other side, and it's just like, why can't there just be two sides, but we're all the human side, right? Why do people have to get so violent and nasty with each other? I know, I'm asking a rhetorical question. It's kind of just part of human nature. It is not the only part of human nature, thank goodness, but it is part of human nature that we can be a bit knuckle-headed sometimes as a race. So I'm going to be fragrancing this with patchouli and spearmint. It is a beautiful mix. If you don't like patchouli, try blending it with spearmint. The notes, the uplifting notes of the spearmint play so well with the warm and comforting notes of the patchouli. So even if you find patchouli kind of a sickening sweet smell, try it with spearmint and I think it may become one of your favorites. I really love it. And patchouli is so good for us too. And spearmint. What could be better than something like spearmint to get our spirits up? And we can all use that. And this is, after all, a fall soap with the leaves. So something warm sounded like I just did a tree soap. I just did the woodsman soap, which has the tree smells in it, the pine needle, essential oil, the fir needle, and the cedar wood. So I didn't want to double up on anything like that. I wanted something very warm and fall. Oh, and I didn't say sweet orange as well. There's a little bit of sweet orange in here as well. All right. There was a leaf under there. All right. Get the mold. Sorry I'm being so quiet. I was kind of in a zen zone there. So something I forgot to mention to you all is I'm on vacation right now. I decided to take some time off. I haven't done that in a while, and so yeah, I took off a week. Not a whole lot of time, but a bit of time. And I just wanted to just take a break from work. It's been kind of hectic, and so it's kind of nice just to, take it easy for a few days. And so that's why you may be seeing a few more videos from me. I have the time to put in a little bit of effort back into something that I love so much. I love my work. I actually do. That is something that I'm learning to admit to myself. But I've always loved working. Working is just enriching for me. It always has been. Oh, I guess it always will be. I love work. And yeah, we have to work, right? I mean, if we want to eat, that is. I kind of boo-booed there a little bit. It's okay. I love working. I wish, I'd like to think I can work for many years to come. Although at some point I do want to retire and do something else that I love, which is travel. When I had someone in my life, I traveled a lot. We traveled at least a couple times a year. We would take trips, oftentimes just a road trip, just to get away. And, I haven't done anything like that since, well, the sad truth is, since my dear brother was ill and I went to California to see him before he passed. And I'm glad I did that. I'm so glad I did that. But that's not vacation. That was just a necessary thing to do. I'm babbling, of course. So let's cut this soap. What do you think? Look at that, we didn't fully gel. So that's going to have to go back into, that's going to go into an oven so I can get my complete gel. Oop. So I wasn't able to gel these because of the melt and pour. So they're a little oddly colored. As they cure, that will lighten some, but right now it's going to look kind of dark in the center, but I do know they lighten up as they cure. And they smell delicious. That patchouli, spearmint, and sweet orange is such an invigorating, joyful fragrance. I think it's just perfect for fall. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these cut, but I want to thank you all so very much. This has been, and I know the year is not over yet. I sound like I'm suggesting that things are over. I don't mean to. I'm just saying this has been such a great year so far for the channel, and getting to know each of you better and spend time with you. Why am I bringing this up? Because I've heard from so many people what an awful year 2020 has been, and it absolutely has been a year of a lot of sadness and disappointment with, well, both with, of course, the plague, the virus, with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, some of the other lovely, wonderful people that are no longer with us due to inequality. And it has been a very devastating year, I know, for a lot of people because of the economy. Yeah, the stock market's doing well, but for many of us, that has nothing to do with our day-to-day lives, does it? And people all over the world are going through a very difficult time right now. But I wanted to say thank you to each of you who have given me a very good year. And I mean that. And that is not to dismiss what other people are going through, and I certainly don't mean to suggest that. It's been a good year for me in that regard, as far as the channel goes, as far as the store, my business, my YouTube, my soaping business has gone very well. I would be lying if I said that COVID hasn't actually helped the business, because, well, it has. A lot more people have bought bar soap than had previously. And that's been good. I hope that a lot of people are getting cleaner and that they're doing so certainly with a better product than they would have bought in the stores. But how can I give back? That's what I've been thinking about. So at the end of this month, or starting in November, is my way of saying thanks in the month of Thanksgiving. I'm going to be having a very special sale. But I'll talk more about that as we get closer to that. But I want to try to share my good fortune with others as best I can. All right, those are complete. I think these came out nice and colorful. Oh, and the overpour that I poured into some round molds, and I thought these came out really attractive as well. So I'll just set these about. But anyway, I want to thank you all. Again, I don't know how to say thank you enough, but I do appreciate you. I appreciate just being here, just the comments, the kind words, the support that I've got here means the world to me. And I hope you've enjoyed these. I had a lot of fun putting this together. I really did. It's one of my favorites. But you have a great day. I hope you have the most beautiful autumn you can. And I'll see you back tomorrow for another video. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.